And here is our vocabulary lesson around giving advice. So we're going to be looking at a really useful list of vocabulary from our modelled conversation. And of course, taking a look at some examples as well. So let's begin with our first piece of vocabulary, which is mixed up. This is an idiomatic expression which means that you're quite confused and you're not really sure about the decision you need to make. This algebra question is difficult. I'm so mixed up. Think about it calmly and try not to get mixed up. Appreciate your help. This is a statement and it just simply means that we're giving thanks to a person for the help that they have given. I would really appreciate your help if you could fix my bike. Thanks, mate. I appreciate your help. Tough decision. This is a collocation, meaning a decision that is not easy to make. Noodles or rice? Always a tough decision. Picking which university to study at is a really tough decision. Postgrad. Of course, this is a course of study, and it's taken after your first degree, a postgraduate degree. I studied music first, then did my postgrad in teaching and education, which is true. It's fair to say postgrads aren't cheap, and that's also true. Separate them. This is another collocation, as well as a phrasal verb comparing two things that are very similar, maybe sharing same characteristics. I like both bags. I can't separate them. The sprinters finished so close it was hard to separate them. Weigh up the pros and cons. This is a term used to describe thinking really carefully about the positives and negatives of a situation, a decision, or something similar. After weighing up the pros and cons, I think I now know what to do. Just carefully weigh up the pros and cons to make a good decision. Tell me about it. A very colloquial sounding exclamation of agreement in quite an informal tone. And it is that kind of agreement exclamation. Tell me about it. I'm really starving. I know, tell me about it. The new iPhone is awesome. Pretty even. A comparative phrase, and it just basically means that two or even more things are very similar. They're both tough courses, pretty even really. Netflix or Amazon Prime? Pretty even, I'd say. Natural choice. So this is used to describe choosing an object or action that is easily the best choice. Eating healthier seemed like the natural choice to me. After studying Mandarin, Cantonese seemed like the natural choice. Not a clue. This is an exclamation or a statement that basically means not having any understanding about a given situation. I've not a clue how to write this report. Not a clue. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Switching between them. This is another very colloquial sounding expression, and it basically means being unable to decide between something and maybe changing your mind often. Both dates work well, but I keep switching between them. Which shirt do you prefer? I keep switching between them. Safe bet. This is an expression used to describe something that seems like the less risky option or the safer decision to make. The pension is just the safe bet. It has smaller returns, but safer for sure. He's a safe bet at work, always works very hard. Try sleeping on it. This is an expression used to say wait on making the decision. Sleep and think about that difficult decision again in the morning. I just can't decide. I'm going to sleep on it. After sleeping on it, I think we should try a new approach. I've been stuck. Something of an idiomatic expression, and it is actually used to say when you can't make a decision and you're unable to really think about what you need to do. Which sofa do you like? I've been stuck and can't pick. Hurry up, you've been stuck for ages now. A very British phrase. Great shout. This is a really colloquial expression and it basically is just a synonym for saying good idea. I think renting a car is a great shout. That coffee shop was a great shout. Best bagels I've ever had. Okay, so there is some really advanced language and vocabulary that I think it's really important you get to use in your English speaking too. Any questions? Please jump to the Q&A section.